Here's something really cool for your Miata if you guys want to update your suspension setup. This is from V8 Roadsters. Here's the front upper, front lower. It's got poly inserts, and this is actually the cheaper line. They have another one that I'm using on my car with Heim joints, which I like better because it's just sphericals. Here's the rear upper. See that right there? It comes with all the hardware you need. And then this is the rear lower. See that? It looks a little bit different, but essentially it's the same design as the OEM. The OEM one for this car is pretty clapped. After 33 years or so, they get pretty worn out. So pretty easy to install. I have these in my car already. So we're gonna slap this on Low to Slow's car and I'll show you guys how they look after.
2,000 years later.
So this took us about 3 hours to install. Super easy, just time consuming. Here's the upper control arm. Right here is actually adjustable for your camber. So you kind of loosen up this nut right here and then turn the eccentric washer this way or that way depending on how much camber you want. And you could also do the same thing with the bottom end to pull or push out. And then here's the lower control arm. Super beefy, dude. Now if you want the fancier version, they do have a version that's all spherical. So as you can see right here, this is still using a bushing. See that right there? That's a urethane bushing, I think, or polyurethane. And you can get like a fancier version that's spherical. Spherical is just like kind of just hard solid bushings, metal, and it's a little bit more rigid, feels a little bit better, but it's also louder and it costs more money. Here's the front end setup right here. All right, we don't have the upright here or the hub because we're missing the lower ball joints. We're still waiting for that to come in the mail, but got the coilovers right here, upper control arm. The tricky part with the upper control arm on this car is this bolt. This bolt is so freaking long, dude. It's like a foot. So you're gonna have to like push it through here, and you gotta move it around in a very creative fashion. And then the rear bolts right here, little tight to tighten right here because it's right against the wall. But otherwise everything fits like OEM. We got the SPL tie rods for your steering, and then obviously adjustable sway bar end link. And then we got the lock washer right there. So if you guys have a beat up suspension setup and you want to upgrade your control arms because your bushings are shot, V8 Roadsters, man. And like I said, they have the fancier version with sphericals that's a little bit more aggressive if you're doing track only driving. But if you're driving this thing on the street, I think this is perfect.